This is a TDS Build Challenge, and it is one of the most famous TDS challenges ever. But people have started doing it a lot less recently, which I think is kinda dumb, so today I'm going to do a wheel challenge, starting with Game 1. The first tower I spun was the turret tower, which is a high DPS tower, but as you'll see later in the video, this tower became my worst nightmare. The next tower was the Gold Scout, which is one of the best early game towers, so I got super lucky with that one. Then, I spun the Mercenary Base Tower, another high DPS tower. After that, I spun another gold tower, the Gold Pyro. Finally, I spun the regular Crook Boss and got my loadout ready. I knew that this would be a tough game, so I went to the easiest map, Honey Valley. I started by placing down Gold Scouts, then worked on a Mercenary Base, which I had decided was going to be my main DPS for the game, seeing as I had already soloed Fallen with Mercenary Base in a previous video. Combining Gold Scout and Mercenary Base, I was absolutely speedrunning from the early game. Upgrading the Mercenary Base to level 2 made this go even faster. I completely shredded the Abnormal boss and got to wave 20. At this point, I had a Gold Pyro, Gold Scouts, a level 3 Mercenary Base, a level 2 Mercenary Base. However, even with all of this, I was still heavily struggling with the followers. I knew that this defense was not going to last very long on its own, so I decided to get some turrets to help out, and it seemed to work. I was able to get past all the glitches on wave 25, and while I almost died on wave 29, a Riot Guard was able to clutch up and save me. However, I knew that the next enemy would almost certainly kill me, that being the tank. However, when wave 30 rolled around, I was actually able to it killed me. Because I lost my first game, I had to give away a deluxe crate to a viewer. Anyways, after losing round 1, I was determined to win round 2. The first tower I spun was the Electroshocker, a stunning tower that would be really useful because in round 1 if I had a stunning tower, I probably would have been able to defeat the tank. Anyways, the next tower I got was Gold Pyro, again, then I rolled Turret, again, then I rolled the Sledger, which I had not used since it was nerfed half a year ago. Now, at this point, I needed to get a better DPS tower than Turret, as it had proved itself to be not very effective against Fallen mode. And so for my last tower I got super lucky and rolled Demo Man. Yay. Anyways, I loaded into the game and decided to switch stuff up a bit and played on the Fungi Island map. I loaded in and the only tower I could place was Demo Man. Thought, why not? I'll just save gold for Pyro. What could go wrong? It couldn't even clear the first wave. I had to get a second Demo Man, and even then, it was barely even able to clear the first wave. Once I had saved up enough though, I was able to get a Gold Pyro and then it was okay. It definitely wasn't like the first game where I was absolutely shredding the enemies, but I was slowly getting my defenses up. I started placing some turrets at the back, and I also had some sledgers down to stun the enemies. However, when the giant boss came around and it barely got slowed down, I knew that the $5,000 I dumped into Sledger might just be the thing that killed me. So when wave 25 came around, the glitches ran past my defenses and got to the end, meaning that I lost the second of the 3 challenges. Please subscribe, I've already had to give away 500 Robux. Anyways, I went on to the final challenge of the video, where the first tower I spun was Turret again. I don't know how I kept rolling this, but if I wanted to have a chance of winning, I need some serious luck for the next few spins. And luck I got, as the next roll is the best roll I could have gotten, being the farm. This was huge because this meant that I was going to be able to max out my turrets faster, which meant that I had a chance of winning the round. Anyways, the next tower I rolled was the Rocketeer Tower, which is okay. Then I rolled the Gold Crook Boss, which would be really good for early game. Finally, I rolled a tower that I had never even used before, the Trapper Tower. I mean, has anyone ever used this? Like, what's the point? Anyways, I got into a game and chose Grass Isle. I started the game by placing some farms and saved up for a Gold Crook Boss. I completely breezed through the early game, only struggling on the Abnormal boss. Once I had all level 3 farms, I upgraded the Crook Boss to level 3, which if you don't know, is a really good level for the Crook Boss. I maxed out all my farms and then began working on turrets. By the last round, I had completely placed all the towers I could, and on the last wave, I was feeling really confident. However, as the Fallen King came out, it became apparent that I was not going to be able to defeat it. In fact, the Fallen Guardians completely went past my main defenses, so I had to put down a bunch of trappers at the end. Even after dumping 120,000 into trappers, they still couldn't take down a single Fallen Guardian. This is why nobody uses you, Trapper. Anyways, I had to give another deluxe crate, and I decided that I would give it to one of you guys. So comment your Roblox username down below, and in 2 weeks, I'll be giving one of you a deluxe crate. Thanks for watching.